Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Hakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and great millstones who grew well and teach well with sincerity, honesty, and integrity. Brothers whose labor in this truth, putting their life on the line, especially in these times. Salutations to you, brothers, and you brothers and sisters believe in this truth wholeheartedly and sincerely. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, I was just finished listening to the elder Award out of GMS, North Carolina, and yeah, it just compelled me to go ahead and through the spirit or do a quick little lesson on you know, the importance of what the prophets are commanded to do, and that's to prophesy, and you know what? Let me do this. Let's go into let's go into um, I go to Deuteronomy 18. Let's start at Slakia. Um, that's a good NLT. But I'll start it at Deuteronomy 18 and 15. The Lord thy power will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me. Unto him ye shall hearken. All right, according to all that thou desiredest of the Lord thy power in Horeb in the day of the assembly, saying, let me not hear again the voice of thy Lord my power, neither let me see this great fire any more, that I die not. And the Lord said unto me, they have well spoken that which they have spoken. And the Lord said unto me, they have well spoken that which they have spoken. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I should command him. And you can apply that to, first of the most important prophet that came was Yahweh Shai. All right, but then there was prophets that was raised up in Israel to warn the Israelites all through all captivities in different times that you know Israel was being warned. All right, because that's what a prophet comes to do, is to warn them of things to come. All right, and it should come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. But that But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet should die. And if thou say in thine heart, how shall we know the word which the Lord have not spoken? When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Lord Yahweh have not spoken, but the prophet has spoken presumptuously, that spoken it presumptuously, thou shalt not be afraid of him. All right, so let's read that in the NLT real quick, starting at um I'll start at 18. I will raise up a prophet like you from among their fellow Israelites. I will put my words in his mouth, and he will tell the people. Slakia. Um, I will raise up a prophet like you from among their fellow Israelites. I will put my words in his mouth, and he will tell the people everything I command him. I will personally deal with anyone who will not listen to the messages the prophet proclaims on my behalf. But any prophet who falsely claims to speak in my name, or who speaks in the name of another God, must die. But you may wonder, how will we know whether or not a prophecy is from the Lord? If the prophet speaks in the Lord's name, but his prediction does not happen or come true, you will know that the Lord did not give that message. That prophet has spoken without my authority and need not be fed. All right, but bottom line is that was crucial right there. You know, the Lord is going to raise up prophets, and we're going to know. That's why the scripture says, then they're going to know that there was a prophet among them. All right, because why? Because the things that those men were saying, those is going to come to pass. All right, all right. Hence, we wholeheartedly prophesy about the MOTB, because we know that's the prophecy that's going to come to pass through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, who put it on the spirit of the apostles and elders on down, a great millstone, and those who come in like mind. All right, but what I wanted to do was go ahead and grab this word right here, prophet, um, and it says a spokesman, a speaker, a prophet, right? Um, so that's what it is, a spokesman, a speaker, a prophet. Let me see. Let's go in here. Turn that sideways a little bit now. Let's okay. A prophet act, act who has actuated by divine afflatus or spirit either rebuked the conduct of kings and nations or predicted future events. That's what a prophet does, man. You know, rebuke the conduct of kings and nations or predicted future events. All right, so that's what we're here to do. All right, if you go into this right here, you know, because is is put it on the prophecy, put it on the prophets to warn his people, and also prophesy the downfall of these current kingdoms and these kingdoms of the past. Right, but read this. It says, I mean, listen to this. Amos 3:6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Right? That's a question, because how is that trumpet being blown? By the way of the prophets. All right. You go right here, Salakia. I'm gonna go back there. Um, the, the old goodie, but everybody knows. Matter of fact, there's another one too. Ezekiel 3:17. It reads. It says, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman, all right, unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me." And that's what we're doing. We're giving them warning. We're blowing that trumpet. When you hear a trumpet, you know, a sound, you sounding the alarm. All right. Shall a trumpet be blown in a city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord Yahweh have not done it? Because the reason why we're blowing that trumpet, because the Lord has says there's going to be evil. There's going to be evil in the city. There's prophecies. There's a time of a time of destruction, especially here in Babylon, man. And if you're not paying attention to it, guess what? You're gonna be caught in that evil, that bad time, that bad age. Like you go to Eve, that's talking about bad, and Eve is an age or a time, and ill is going into bad. All right, so it's gonna be a bad time in the city. What major city is this gonna all happen to? What city? When that great city, the daughter of Babylon, here in America. All right, says, and the Lord have not done it. So that's what he's doing. So, right? Surely the Lord Yahweh would do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets, because that's who he's going to give the intel, the information to through the Spirit, Harakak Wadash, man. And they're going to receive it. The Lord's going to sup with them, and the prophet's going to go out there and prophesy. They're going to be on that watchtower. Like we read in 3, that on 3, Ezekiel 3 and 17 says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman. All right, let's go get that word watchman real quick. uh, to look out or about, to spy, keep watch, to observe, to watch. All right. So that's what they're gonna do. All right. Hence, that's why they're always in the news. They constantly seeing what's going on in the world and filtering it through the scriptures. All right. Because why? Because what's been commanded of them. Joel 2:1 reads, "Blow ye the trumpet in Zion." All right, again, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh. So that's what we're warning our people, man. For it is nigh at hand. All right, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There have none, there have not been ever that there have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. As a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth, the land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yeah, and nothing shall escape them. And now that's the spirit, because that's the same precept that Elder Awar brought out, and I forgot. I didn't, like as I was listening to it. That's deep, because I didn't even think that it was Joel. I knew it was one of the scriptures, but it's the spirit how it was Joel 2. All right, yeah. So Joel 2 talking about blow ye the trumpet in Zion. All right, so that's what we're doing, we're blowing that trumpet. And because, like I said, we go back to Amos 3 and 6. It says, "Shall a trumpet be blown in the city?" Who's doing that? The prophets. And the people should not be afraid. Shall there be evil in the city? And the Lord Yahweh have not done it. All right, what's going to happen is great destruction that's going to come onto the land. But before that, guess what? It's going to be famine. It's going to be pestilence. Another pandemic. All right, they've been talking about different things that's going to Kill Gates already talked about the next one is going to be 10 times worse, right? These are predictions, but you know why because they're evil prophets on the left hand side. They already know what they're going to do, all right? But the Lord's going to put it in their spirit to do it, man. All right? And they understand a lot of these prophecies too. That's why the scripture says they come down with a great wrath, because they know they have a short time. All right, because they put in their best men on the job when it comes to watching the prophets, the real prophets, and studying. Right, these men, the Lord is dealing with them on the left hand side, man. Plain and simple. That's why they are fulfilling prophecy. That's why you've seen, them creating all these nuclear weapons. Why? Because it talks about the nuclear weapons in the scriptures. It talks about, the civil unrest in the scriptures, the people being in the uproar in the scriptures. It talks about, you know, these things coming now in clusters, not just, a sporadic one, something over here, something over there. No, you can't. There's so much to focus. There's rumors of wars. There's uproars of the people. There's pestilence. There's tornadoes. There's earthquakes. There's mass shootings. There's it's just a lot going on right now. So much where the average news channel, they only focus on a topic, because they're mediums as anyways they do witchcraft, but still they can't. It's so much information and so much news that's out there that you can't even focus on one topic, because there's so much going on. All right. And that's what they do. They try to just, the topics that they want to talk about. But there's so much going on out there, man. And the scriptures speaks of these things. And the prophets is out here on the highways and byways warning the people. Warning the people because the Lord has said it's gonna happen. The Lord said it's gonna happen, so it's gonna be done. And what the scripture says, you know, um Isaiah, you go through these same scriptures all the time. Isaiah 55 and 11, it says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Right? Because, Salakia, um, Ezekiel 2 and 10, it reads, um, I start at um, 9, it says, and when I looked, behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein, talking about the scriptures, and he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woes. So this is written in the scriptures, lamentations and mournings and woes and destruction. Right, and we're coming up to that third woe, which is the third world war, the third world war. All right. And guess what? We're prophesying about it. And guess what else was going over there in the so-called Middle East? All right. Look like what the scripture says, the least of them should draw them out. Right. Start talking about Israel. Right. They causing up a ruckus, but we know those are rumors of war because we know there's other prophecies that have to come to pass, like Jacob's trouble, like the MOTB, before it's an all-out nuclear war. All right, so we're on the highways and byways speaking about these things, and as we speaking about these things are starting to come to pass, man. All right, you're seeing the stage being set for the ending of the Most High's movie, man, for that grand finale. All right, and the prophets is excited, but we got a job to do. We constantly got to be on watch on that watchtower. All right, and we got to constantly do it until the Lord makes his return, Yahweh Shai. And you can get that Isaiah 62, starting at 6. All right, so with that, I don't want to hold, I didn't want to, make it a long lesson, but we got to continue to stay on watch, you know, and the Lord is warning one, starting with because guess what? Matter of fact, let me get this. Um, because this is important. Because begin, begin, begin. Yep. Ezekiel 9 and 4, it reads, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So that mark is talking about the wall, the exemption of judgment, okay? Because there's a great judgment that's going to touch this land, all right? And it says, and to the others, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. Because the Lord, he's going to put them angels, that angel of death out there, and there's going to be no pity. All right? Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, no respect of persons. All right? But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, the ones that's exempt from that judgment. All right. Because yes, there's gonna be martyrs, but those martyrs that was witnesses and did the work and was faithful unto the end, strive to the truth unto death. Guess what? They're gonna be risen up first. They're gonna receive that salvation and be part of the first fruits. All right. But the other ones, they're gonna receive a horrible judgment, man. All right. And it says the rest of the nation of Israel, all right, the 2/3, and the ones that didn't didn't serve the Lord. All right, it says, and women become not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. That was the key point, man. This is all going to begin with Israel, man. Starting at the ones that what know they're Israelites, right, and all the way trickling down to the rest of Israel. All right, it says, then begin at my then and begin at my sanctuary, then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house, right? Because when you get this too, um, first, so that's why we're not only just warning, we're warning. We're starting first and foremost with ourselves, man. First Peter 4 and 17, it reads, "For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man." So it starts with those who know the Israelites, trickling down to those who don't even know. It's going to start with the nation of Israel, starting with those who know they're Israelites, who've been warned, who've been warned, who've been warned. Okay, because that's what the prophets have been doing, been warning. And the ones that's out there, Otto and Ratazal, we endure at the end, they received the warning as well. So that's even more the more and more they should be, because guess what? They're gonna receive many stripes because they knew better, right? So they're gonna receive it worse. So that's why even starting with ourselves, we're not only we're warning you, but we got to make sure this is profitable unto us as well, all right? Because there's gonna be an evil in the city, and the Lord is gonna do it. All right. It says, "For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And if it first begin at us," right? Because it's going to start with us. "What shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai?" All right. So starting with the ones that know, then trickling all the way down to the ones that don't know of the nation of Israel, right? But it says, "And if the righteous scarcely be saved, by the skin of your teeth, you're going to be saved, man." That's why the scripture says, we're going to get saved. He's going to get saved out of Jacob's trouble. That means we're going to be in Jacob's trouble. That's the whole world's going to be tried. Revelation 10. That means the elect is going to be tried, all right? The hour of temptation, right? It says, "And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?" So that's why we're constantly warning our people, starting with only dealing with the elect at this time. Not just start warning the elect, the ones that's not been activated, initiated, giving them warning through the spirit and power Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, constantly serving the Lord with fear and trembling, knowing that we're not saved until that last trumpet is blown, and that last trumpet is blown, and we're and we escape judgment, and we're in that chariot, man. All right. So with that, pray this lesson was edifying. Shalom to the whole.